How would you evaluate your last boss? The best answer here is to focus on the positive. You might say your last boss would praise your ability to follow directions, work as part of a team, and achieve measurable results. You might stress that the boss was impressed that you took initiative on handling specific projects. This is a really good chance to show how you improved in your last position if you received regular performance reviews. Again, focus on the positive side with your last employer. No bitterness, even if the last relationship was less than perfect. What do you think you'll be doing in 5 years? Most of us can't plan next week, let alone years down the road. Yet, this is among the best loved questions, so you want to be ready for it. Use it as an opportunity to demonstrate your commitment to growing in a particular industry or within a particular company. Combining your professional growth with loyalty to the employer will serve you best. You can say something like, I don't think it's really possible for any of us to truly know where we'll be 5 years from now, but I can tell you what my hopes are. For the immediate future, I want to immerse myself in this business and really learn from the ground up. Beyond that, my goal is to contribute to the success of the company, which will hopefully enable me to grow within the company. I have a love of learning, so my hope is to continue to be challenged both personally and professionally, never allowing myself to get bored. Talk about the pride you take in your work and how in 5 years you'd love to have strengthened your reputation in your area as an expert. What do you know about our company? Your goal is to show off a depth of knowledge that you've learned from your research. And of course, it's always essential to remain positive. I know you love putting anorexic supermodels on your cover. It would definitely not be impressive if you were asked that question while interviewing at Vogue magazine. Instead, you'd want to address the quality of editorial content and what differentiates it from the competition. You'd also want to address how Vogue fits into the Condé Nast empire of magazines. Going green is a big deal these days, but this is no time to tell an interviewer from General Electric that its history of polluting New York's Hudson River is deplorable. Better to discuss NBC's foray into new media and the outlook there. It's inexcusable not to know basic information on the company's size, products, reputation, its image, its history, philosophy, management, and competitors, because just about all of this information is available on a company website. Your answer should project an enthusiasm for the company and the industry, and you should feel free to pose 1 or 2 questions on this subject to the people who are interviewing you. What makes you the ideal candidate for this position? I've always wanted to work here is a bad answer. I really need a job is the worst answer. An employer wants to hear what you'll bring to them, not how they're going to help you pay your bills. If appropriate, talk about how you'd solve problems, lower costs, increase sales, or add tremendous value. You can apply your previous successes, knowledge, and skills in this area. What's the most appealing part of this position? Be able to provide 1 or 2 strong examples, although salary and location should not be among them. What's the most unappealing part of this position? Focus on something minor and try to associate some type of positive comment with an unpleasant task. For example, a clerk at a law firm might hate transcribing long depositions, yet by doing so, she'd be able to learn the ins and outs of effective questioning. How do you handle difficult situations at work? Never say you get along with everyone, so there are never ever any problems, and never say that you avoid people who aren't cooperative. Big bells go off when candidates are overly defensive when answering this type of question. Instead, talk about your ability to negotiate and compromise while understanding that different people have different perspectives and that new ideas often develop from controversy.